Why? Because hard times produce strong men. Strong men produce easy times. And easy times produce weak men. And that's why it's going to go in a cycle. Right? So this is your life. Okay? Or this is life in general. This is my life, your life, their life. This is everybody's life. Okay? I decided that I'm going to stand right here. Okay? This is Misael.
Misael.
Yeah. Kendys, just for the sake of example, Kendys decided that she's going to stand right here. I'd rather be the weakest person in the strongest league and not the strongest person in the weakest league. Does that make sense?
All sense.
I'd rather be a second to LeBron James and not be number one in my son's basketball league.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Right?
I agree with you.
Y este programa es traído a ti gracias a Smotherman Law Firm. No ganan a menos que tú ganes. Son expertos en casos de inmigración y accidentes y están aquí para ayudarte. Arepas Street, sabor venezolano en el corazón de Louisville. Sol Vegas, experta en belleza, coach y comunicadora de alma. Una mujer que embellece por fuera y empodera por dentro. Clínica Hispana Sagrada Familia, tu clínica de confianza. Atención con amor en tu idioma para nuestra comunidad. Las opiniones expresadas por los invitados en Cuéntamelo Todo son responsabilidad exclusiva de quienes las emiten y no reflejan necesariamente la postura del canal o su creadora. Este espacio está diseñado para compartir historias, ideas y experiencia desde la autenticidad de cada invitado.
Hello, hello. Welcome to a new episode of Kendys Capital. I'm so happy and I have the pleasure to introduce my guest today. He is an author. He wrote these 2 books. I'm going to let all the information here in the copy because these are Spanish, but I know he wrote this in English too. So he's a mentor, he's a coach, he's from Dominican Republic, and now we're going to have a conversation that is going to resonate so much with you. So thank you so much for being here. Welcome, Misael Díaz.
Kendys, thank you so much for having me.
Misael Díaz.
Misael. Misael. If you give that.
Because
English.
I mean, I'm Latin, right?
Yeah,
we are Latin, so I say Misael.
Yeah,
Misael.
in Spanish, Misael.
Misael.
But if you said it in English, people do Misael. There's so many different pronunciations.
Yes, so you're used to hear many different things.
Misael is more like
your closest friends. Misael.
Misael.
Misael Díaz.
Yes.
I'm gonna call you Misael Díaz.
Yeah, call me Misael. That's fine. Yeah.
So we record an episode in Spanish too.
We did.
But
yes.
this is you were out of our comfort zone because I mean I speak English every day at work.
Yeah.
For so many days straight, right?
Yeah.
But when you are having a conversation with a Latin person,
it's tough.
It's gonna be like you know, interesting.
It is, yeah. We just don't have to focus on that. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, you just don't think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, Misael is from Dominican Republic, right?
Yeah.
He came to the United States when he was 18 to go to the university in Massachusetts, right?
Yeah, well, primarily that was my desire, but I did not come strictly just to go to school. I came because I moved with my mom.
Okay.
So part of my dream, my desire, what I wanted to do was I wanted to go to school, but the sole purpose of coming to the United States was not only just, okay, I'm going to school. I'm going to go to college. No. Part of that was I wanted to go to college, but I moved. It's like I moved. I went from the Dominican to Massachusetts. And in the process, I said, I want to go to college. Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I know that that is a city that many people from your country are there.
Yeah, there's
because
a lot.
I have some friends.
There's a lot of people in Massachusetts.
Why do you think is that?
It's just that we migrate.
It's a very hard weather there, okay?
We are flock. We are a flock type of people. So one Dominican follows the other, another one follows the other, you know. And flock of a feather, they fly together, right? So, you know.
Your story is very interesting.
Yeah.
I know from the beginning you are working since you were very young.
Very young,
right?
yeah,
very
correct,
young.
yeah.
To help your family.
That is correct, yeah.
So since you are a kid, you have a sense of responsibility.
Correct.
And that is very interesting because I don't see nowadays teenagers in this. I mean, I'm working since 16 too.
Yeah.
You know, to provide to my family.
Yeah.
But nowadays, this generation is so different.
Yeah. Well,
What do you think is that?
first, when we say this generation, you and I are now in the United States, first of all. So it's a different community, different environment, different socioeconomic status and all of that. So, but if we go back to our countries, it's possible that we're going to find kids my age at the time that they are still working, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. They're probably going to continue, you're still going to find that case. However, I would say this, what happens is that because you and I suffer, the people that came after us, they have it better, a little bit better. Why? Because hard times produce strong men. Strong men produce easy times, and easy times produce weak men. And that's why it's going to go in a cycle, right? So because I struggle, my son has a better life, right? And that's why we don't see this generation going through what I went through. And to be honest with you, I don't want my son to go through what I went through, right? Because if my son were to go through what I went through, that means that I did not do as well. Does that make sense? Like I did not provided the right environment and the right lifestyle for him. But remember that hard times produce strong men. Strong men, they produce easy times. Easy times produce weak men. And weak men produce hard times.
Do you think we're living in an easy time right now and we are producing in society with people?
It depends though. It depends on how you look at it. It depends on what you want to focus on. Because what you focus on, you produce more of, right? What you focus on multiplies. So it depends on perspective.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is on perspective, right? So for me, right? For me, compared to what, right? So I could say we are living in an easy time compared to what I come from, right? We're living in difficult times compared to what I wanted ideally to be. So it's a matter of perspective, right? I wish I had like I love whiteboards, by the way, like a whiteboard. Yeah. I love that. So if I had a whiteboard with me or a piece of paper.
We have a whiteboard.
You have a whiteboard?
Yeah, we have a whiteboard close to the bathroom.
Can you bring it?
Yeah.
Let's
do it. Yes.
So
you can ask Mauricio if
you
want.
So I'm gonna show you something that easy or difficult, it's all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of where you are standing, what you're looking at, what you're focusing on, right? If you were to give me a whiteboard, thank you so much. You have like all right, so right here, excellent. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Can I stand?
Yeah. You
okay,
can.
cool. All right. So I'm sorry I'm giving back
to
the camera. All right. So let me ask you a question first. Did you know that the tires in your car, they have to move backwards in order for you to go forward?
I have no idea, but I know or yes.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. I
Did
haven't
you know
even thought about it.
Okay, so let's say, okay, you want to go in that direction. Okay, you want to go in that direction. Let's say this is your vehicle's tire. Okay, so this is your vehicle's tire, right? That's the wheel, right? And you want to go in that direction. So we're driving from, let's say, west to east, right? We're going west to east and you want to go in that direction. And this is the vehicle's tire, right? So follow the pen. Follow this right here. Follow it, right? It's going forward. And now it's going backwards, right? So here it's going forward. And here it's going backwards, right? So forward, backwards. And in order for you to move forward, the tire has to move backwards. Now, let's call this tire, let's say this is life, okay? This is your life, okay? Or this is life in general. This is my life, your life, their life. This is everybody's life, okay? I decided that I'm going to stand right here. Okay, this is Misael.
Misael.
Yeah. Kendys, just for the sake of example, Kendys decided that she's going to stand right here. If I were to ask Kendi, hey, how is your life going? You will say, oh, my life is terrible. Everything is moving backwards. This is a really hard time. Everything is difficult. My life is going from the better to the worse because everything is moving backwards. If you move up a little bit and you ask Misael, hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. Everything is phenomenal. I'm moving forward. Everything is going fantastic because I'm moving in the direction that I want. It is the same life, it's just that we are standing in two different places. If you were to go from here to here, your life will change from going backwards to going forward. So hard or difficult, or easy or difficult, is a matter of perspective. Compared to what? Right? So are we living in easy times or in difficult times? It's up to you.
It's up to you.
It's up to you. Make sense?
It makes sense.
Right.
Thank you so much for production. My lovely husband for the whiteboard.
All right. I'm sure you never had an episode with a whiteboard, so.
No, I'm going to tell you that's true.
Yeah,
I haven't.
So difficult, easy or difficult is a matter of perspective. It's where you're standing, what you decide to, remember this, what you focus on, you produce more of.
Tell me the age of your kids. I know you have
16
two kids.
and 12.
16 and 12.
16 and 12.
Misael is 16.
Misael Jr.
Misael Jr. is 16.
Yeah.
And Heaven
is 12. Yeah.
Very soon.
The next week. That's what I'm already saying. Yeah.
Okay.
12, yeah.
So what are the habits that you put in them in order for them to have probably easy times in the future or to provide to the next generation easy times?
Yeah. So one of the things I do, Kendys, is, and this is really hard for me because I love my kids as like everybody else does,
of course,
right?
Yes.
I love them very much. And one of the things I try to do is I try not to be what people call a helicopter father or a helicopter mom.
What is a helicopter father or mom? What? What does that mean?
A parent that is constantly rescuing their kids. Rescuing, yeah.
Okay.
They make a mistake, I'm gonna fix it for you.
Okay.
You break something, I'm gonna go there for you. You get in trouble, I'm right away going to rescue you. So in the moment, that may seem like I'm loving them, but in reality, I'm stealing their opportunity for growth. And that only, it's not parenting, that's also leadership. When I, as a leader of my household, I prevent my children from experiencing the consequences of their actions, I'm not helping them. I'm preventing their growth. When I give you all of the answers, I'm not helping you. I'm robbing you of the opportunity for you to grow and develop. So one of the things I try to do as much as possible, I like to the extent possible, to allow my kids for them to experience the weight of the consequences of their actions. Love is not always giving you answers. Sometimes love is a no. Sometimes love is letting you experience what you've created. So that's one of the things I do. And the other things, if you want to put it more practical, is I love to encourage my children to read. Reading saved my life. Reading changed my life. Reading brought me to where I am today. Reading gave me the vocabulary, the articulation, the English, the business, everything, the relationships that I have. It was all due to reading. And because of that, it's very normal in my house to find my kids reading. It's common. It's common practice. So it's one of the things that we,
I love reading too, and I know that it's an excellent practice to have. And
it's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's healthy.
Do you guys read as a family too?
We do. I would tell you lately, not as much. Like once kids get into that teenage year, they become like a little bit too independent. They want to do their own thing and all that.
Yeah.
And instead of fighting for that territory, you have to let them go,
Yeah.
right? A little bit. But growing up, yes, constantly. Grow all the time. Yeah. Both English and Spanish. Yeah.
So you came to the U.S. and then here you found the opportunity to go to college, right?
I did, yeah.
And that is amazing because
was
I
fortunate,
think
yeah.
at that time you didn't have the English that you have.
I did not have English at all. No.
However, you are
Yeah.
an engineer, and
Yeah.
nowadays you are a mentor, you're a leader.
Yes.
You work for big companies.
I've done work for big companies. That is correct. Yes.
And as a mentor, like a
Yeah.
mentorship,
Yeah, correct,
right?
correct.
And that is very awesome. And I know being an engineer,
Yeah.
it was a fundamental.
Yeah. For example, what I just did right there with the whiteboard. A lot of people ask me like, how do you come up with all these things? It's like, what happens is I was trained to analyze things, to have an analytical mind, and to look at systems and drawings and this and that. So I learned that, and I use that now on my day-to-day basis.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I have so much to ask
Go ahead.
you. I
Yes,
have so much
please.
to ask
Come
you.
on.
I know. So when you went to college, right?
Yes.
You didn't have the English.
I did not.
You have to go to another college,
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
equal the knowledge that
Correct.
you require to go
Correct.
to this
Correct.
university
Correct.
because it was more.
Yeah. So I had what they call an academic gap.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know the why.
Yeah.
It's because you
Yeah,
coming.
I went to basically my education in the Dominican Republic, when you compare it to the United States, is the equivalent of a GED, right? So I went to school at night. I did not. My high school was not a regular or a traditional high school. My high school was much more like an after dropout program. Like I was the youngest person in my classroom because I went to school with people that had kids at a younger age. They either had alcoholic or drug problems, or they had been incarcerated and they were trying to, reinstate themselves, right? So I went to school like that. If you think about that here in the United States level, it's a GED, basically.
Yes.
So my high school education is the equivalent of a GED in the United States.
However, you did it. You did
Yeah.
it, and I'm
Yeah.
so
Thank you.
impressed.
Thank
I'm
you.
very
Thank you.
impressed.
Appreciate that.
Even though you were the youngest one in Dominican Republic, you were the oldest one here. Because I read in your book that
Yeah.
you were even trying to find friends
That
in
is
the
correct.
university, that the smarter ones,
Yeah.
for you to
Yeah.
learn from
Yeah.
them, and also lately to become one of the best.
That is correct, yeah. So,
one of the best at school.
and that's important, Candy. One of the things is we are the product of our environment, right? And one of the things, in fact, I learned this directly from my mentor, John Maxwell. There is a book that I love dearly. I read that book a lot. It's called The 15 Invaluable Laws of Leadership, of Growth. 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And in that book, law number 6 talks about the law of environment. And in that law, he says, if you are always the strongest in the room, you are in the wrong room, right? If you're always the smartest in the room, you are in the wrong room. If you are the richest in the room, you are in the wrong room. Meaning that in school, although I was yet to read that book, right? Although I was yet to read that book, in school, somehow, don't ask me that question. I don't know how, right? So somehow I discovered that I wasn't, academically speaking, as advanced as the other students. However, I placed myself in that environment, right? And by being in that environment, I was gleaning, I was absorbing information from the people that knew. And eventually, I also learned, right? And today I say this, I'd rather be the weakest person in the strongest league and not the strongest person in the weakest league. Does that make sense?
All sense.
I'd rather be a second to LeBron James and not be number 1 in my son's basketball league.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Right?
I agree with you.
So-
And that phrase resonates so much with me.
Yeah.
Because in school I was working too.
Yeah.
I was a younger mom.
Okay.
And I was working and
you go.
studying at the same time.
Yeah, tough.
That's why what I said, Alex, was my gas to keep going every day.
Yeah.
So one thing is like, okay, my friends are going to be the best in school, okay? The ones that were in the same classes.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I need to be okay, I know I need to go to study with them.
Sure,
Because
absolutely.
that this is gonna
Your environment.
Yes,
for sure.
absolutely.
Your environment.
Oh, I needed them to help me because
yeah.
I didn't have the time that they have to put into work. You know, when we're engineers, you need to practice the exercise.
Yeah.
It's numbers all the time.
2 hours of homework per every hour of classroom.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
So I didn't have the time, so I needed help.
Sure.
So, and also because you know what I used to do?
Yeah.
If they see this, I don't know if they're speaking English, but I was also creating the schedule to study. I was the leader on that.
Oh, there you go.
I said, hey,
So
you know what?
you became the scheduler. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Because according to my schedule too, because I was working,
there
right?
You go. Excellent.
You know what?
Excellent.
We're going to study on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Okay? Who is going to be who? And then because I don't know, but you study in groups, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I was influenced
sure.
to study at my time.
Smart. Yeah.
Yes.
Which means that the fact that you lack knowledge in one area did not mean that you were not smart, right? Or that you were not wise. Mm-hmm. There is a difference between being wise and lack of knowledge, right?
Yes.
Wisdom comes from within. Knowledge is something that you can learn. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the fact that you had a lack at the moment of certain knowledge, of certain skills, did not mean that you were not capable of doing something else.
Absolutely.
Right? So important.
And because of these tough times that we had, you mentioned something in the book that is very interesting for me. That we become creative.
Yeah.
And creative is not only, you said this, for painters, for musicians, for dancers, for artists in general.
Not at all.
It's just to become to make your reality better in some way, like to probably do something here, to survive something here. Can you explain me this?
Yeah. So,
please.
Very important.
Cuando tienes un caso pendiente, el estrés por facturas no debería ser lo primero que enfrentas. Con Sun Funding, obtén un adelanto monetario mientras tu caso continúa. Desde vehículos, lesiones personales, mala práctica médica, te ayudamos a mantenerte estable sin importar cómo avance la demanda. No pagas si no ganas el caso. Aprobación rápida de 24 a 48 horas. Monto desde $5,000 hasta más de $250,000 con transparencia total y sin riesgos escondidos. No esperes más para cuidarte. Entra en sunfunding.com, aplica ahora y recupera el control.
Creator or creative, it's not something that we become. It's important. Creative, it's something that we are. There is a difference. If I were to say I become creator, meaning there was a time in which I wasn't creator or a creative, right? But no. Since the moment we are born, the moment we are born, we are creating. In fact, the only thing we cannot stop doing is creating. You are constantly creating. You want me to prove it to you?
Yes.
Okay. Let's one couple seconds of silence. Are you breathing?
Breathing?
Yeah.
Yes.
You are creating life. The fact that you're breathing, you are creating life. The moment you stop breathing, you die. So you are such a creator. You are such a creator that you can never stop creating life. Your lungs continue to function, your heart continue to function, your brain continue to function, your nervous system continue to function, your organism continue to function, everything within you continue creating life. You could never stop creating, because if you stop creating, that means that you stop living. So creative or creativity is not something that you become. It is something that you are. And when you accept that you are creative, then you begin to take the steps and you begin to move in that direction, right? So creativity is not limited to a skill. Not at all. No. Creativity is the pure essence of who you are, of who I am. The only thing we can do, or we cannot stop doing, is creating. We are always creating. Right now you're creating thoughts because I'm saying something and you're thinking about something else. You're creating right now. We can't stop.
Absolutely. When I'm having a conversation here, I'm thinking the next one.
We can stop creating. That's the number one thing we do, create.
Okay, another question for you.
Sure.
And I think it's going to be very valuable for this, probably the youngest one, the youngest age. My son is 25.
Okay.
He's in college.
Okay. Fantastic. Congrats. Yeah.
Actually, I talked to him about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're going to be his mentor.
Okay.
Okay.
If he wants to.
He wants to.
Okay. Okay.
But that's not the question.
Okay.
The thing is like the fundamentals.
Yeah.
What do you think about the university's college education thing instead of him, because you are an engineer, but you are a leader, you are a mentor. So because you answer to that call inside you, I know that, right? Almost after you finish your career, even though you work in a very good company.
Yeah, I did.
Outside the United States, I think,
well,
right?
the company was in London.
Okay.
But I worked in the U.S. and I traveled. I used to go.
You used to travel.
I used to go to London 4, 5, 6 times a year. Yeah.
But you received the call.
My calling.
Your calling.
Yeah, I became aware of it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it was always there.
However,
I just became aware of it.
Do you think?
Yeah.
People, young generations.
Yeah.
Should have the fundamentals.
Fundamentals?
Yeah, the education, the system.
Like the school system?
Yeah, the school system. Like go to college, go to university.
It depends. I'm gonna get in trouble, and I don't know whether you're gonna like my answer or not. Because I have a very unique perspective now.
It is your opinion, and I respect.
So here's my opinion. This is my opinion. I went to college. I have 2 college degrees, and I've used to a little bit. Mm-hmm. But what I do today, it's not even 1% of what I learned in school. Not even 1%. So this is my advice to young generation. In fact, I told this to my son. My son is 16, and he's about to be a senior in high school. So he's going to graduate early. He's going to graduate very early. Okay. I told him, don't go to college right away. Take a year, travel, learn 2 or 3 languages, get a job, learn to survive with other people, learn to overcome hardship. Okay. Learn to operate a business. And then after you do that for a year or 2, if you want to come back to college, you go to college. But going from high school to college, to me, in my opinion, today is a waste of time and money. Unless, if you want to be a doctor, there's no way around. If you want to be an engineer, there's no way around. But majority, 95% of the college majors now, to a degree, is a waste of time. Let me put it to you this way. What are you an expert on? Like really an expert good at? Like what are you really, really, really good at? Something that you are phenomenal about.
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
I think I like to communicate, like communication.
Okay. Let's say you are top 10 in communications. Okay? Phenomenal. Kendys, top 10 in communications. Okay. Let's say I want to go to school for communication. I want to go to college for communication. Follow me on this. The school is going to cost me, let's put it moderately, $250,000 for 4 years, right? So $50K per year, more or less, right? So I'm going to invest $250,000 to go to a college for a communications degree, right? Now, when I go to that school, they will give me physical education. Does that help me for communication? They will tell me some random story, like from Europe, or does that help me for communication? They will give me a bunch of math, right? Does that help me for communication? And probably the teacher that's teaching me communication has never had a TV program, a YouTube channel, They have never been a radio host, and yet he's teaching me communication.
Okay.
And I'm giving the school $250,000. Now, let's say you, Kendi, top 10 in communication, you had a mentoring program for $50,000. Think about this. I could take that $50,000 and I will give it to you, and you will teach me all of the years of experience that you have that the school will never teach me. We live in the time of mentoring. We live in the time of mentoring. If I want to be a mechanic, I will find a mechanic shop and I will pay the owner to teach me what the school will never teach me, because that guy has been doing it for 30 years and he knows all the kinks, all the ins and outs, all the bells and whistles. He knows everything about a car, and he's going to teach me way more than the school is going to teach me. If I want to learn how to make salsa, right? Why would I pay a school to teach me how to make salsa matcha if I can pay somebody $20,000, $30,000 and I'm going to save money and I'm going to learn secrets that the school doesn't teach? You know why? Because the school teaches theory, and the theory is outdated. You're going to teach me life experience. You're going to teach me up to today.
Interesting. Yes.
Right? You're going to teach me what's happening today. For example, right? Do you have time? Can we go?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So in 2004, right? If I were to tell you I am an app developer, what is that?
Yeah, I would ask, what is that?
You know why? You know what? In 2004 is when Facebook came out. In 2007 is when iPhone came out. In 2004 is when YouTube came out. In 2011 is when Instagram came out. Before 2004, there was no such a thing as an app developer. 10 years ago, if I told you I'm a TikToker, what is that? TikTok came out in the last 10 years. You know what that means? My children will have jobs that they don't exist today. And yet the school, they want to train them for a job that doesn't exist. How can I train you for a job that you don't know what it is?
Interesting. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what do I tell the young generation? Do you like to do something? Find someone that has been doing it for 25, 30 years and pay a 10% of what the school is going to charge you and go and learn from that person. It's going to be cheaper and you're going to learn way better. Mentoring is the real education today. I'd rather learn from someone that has been doing it for 25, 30 years and has no college degree at all. I'd rather learn from that person. Henry Ford, right? You know, the vehicles, right? Henry Ford. You know what? You know his education? 6th grade. Thomas Alva Edison. You know that? 3 months in school, right? 3 months. Albert Einstein, they call him crazy. He was too slow. Einstein, right? Isaac Newton, right? Spelled out of school, right? So Edison, the light bulb, right? Henry Ford, vehicles. Einstein, relativity, right? All of the relativity and all that stuff, right? Steve Jobs, drop out of school. Bill Gates, drop out of school. Mark Zuckerberg, drop out of school. Let me ask you a question. If you want to learn computer, would you rather learn it from a teacher at a random university, or you want to learn it from Bill Gates?
Of course.
But Bill Gates is dropout. He's a dropout. He doesn't have a college degree, right? Do you want to pay Mark Zuckerberg to teach you how to run a company and how to build an application?
But they had the vision too.
There you go. But see, vision is not limited by education. And the problem with colleges is they want to tell you that unless you have a college degree, you're not capable of having a vision. That's the issue.
Perhaps the college education is going to make you probably to increase your salary if to survive in the future.
Not anymore.
No?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore. You know why?
Why?
Because what year did you graduate?
2004 or 5?
Okay. How many jobs have you had since you graduated?
In my career?
Yeah.
2.
2 jobs. Okay. When you applied for the second job, did they ask you what your GPA was?
It's important there.
No. Did they ask you in
No.
the application? Did they ask you?
No.
You know why?
No.
Because the GPA is only for college. Once you go in the real world, they're going to ask you, show me your results. How much money have you produced? What did you build? How much did you impacted that company? If you are able to produce something called revenue, I don't care if you don't have a college degree. If you can create money for the company, if you can get the job done, I don't care if you have a college degree. Again, listen. The world in which we live in is controlled by people that did not go to school.
My husband and I, we were talking about that a few days ago.
Did you know that? The world is controlled by people that did not go to school, that did not finish. Did you know that Elon Musk, he dropped out of school. He created PayPal, he created Tesla, and he created SpaceX. The government just gave him $60 billion to build rockets to a guy that never finished school.
I have very clear your opinion about it.
All right. Okay.
No, it's very cool.
All right.
I love it.
Okay.
Even though we both are engineers.
So I know some people are not going to like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And let me just say again, I went to college.
I went to college.
I did go to college. And yet, we live in an age in which you have to think very carefully if you go to college or not.
And you have also, because also kids nowadays, and probably I'm going to speak by me too at that time, we didn't know what to do. Like I wasn't so sure of what I'm going to do in my future, because I wanted to be an actress. Or, something related to
the thing is,
the artist world.
Well, the thing is, back in our time, right, like when we were in that number one, the idea, the dream was get a degree, work for a company for 40 years, and then you're going to have a nice pension.
Yes.
Right? Also,
that is true.
Also, the other thing was that you would say to someone, I want to be an actress, and the first thing they would say, you? Who do you think you are? Don't you look at yourself? Look at your mom. Look at your dad. Look where you were born. You're not supposed to be that. And then they will give you a limiting belief.
I had it.
They will instill in you a limiting belief, and they will drive you to limit yourself. That's not the situation nowadays.
That's true.
That's not the situation nowadays.
Also because the possibilities of money to go to another state, etc., etc.
Awareness.
Awareness.
I would say it's not even money. It's awareness.
It's awareness?
It's awareness. It's awareness. 1929, the Great Depression. People were jumping off bridges. The unemployment rate was about 50%. And yet Dale Carnegie made over $400 million. How is that possible? How is it possible that in 1929, when people were jumping off a bridge and the country is going to hell, there is one man that is making millions and millions of dollars? How is that possible? Awareness. Awareness. Awareness.
Tell me, you're in Dallas, right? You're living in Dallas.
I am.
How can people reach out to you, like to have your mentorship? I want to give people this information.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. If you find me on my website, soy, meaning I am in Spanish. So if you translate IamMisaelDiaz.com, so translate that to Spanish, soymisaeldiaz.com. That's my website. Soy Misael Díaz on YouTube, Soy Misael Díaz on Instagram, Soy Misael Díaz on Facebook. Everywhere at Soy Misael Díaz, everywhere you're gonna find me, right? And it's very easy. It's very, 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 very simple. They can reach out to you. Now you and I are contacts. So if you wanna get in contact with me, please contact Kendys. All right, and then
And I'm gonna send them to your
simple.
way.
Yeah.
But there's some also. Let me just say a few things,
Sure.
okay? Let me put
Absolutely.
my glasses.
Yeah.
Because this is a very, very interesting episode.
Yeah.
So you also mentioned in this book,
Yeah.
because I love reading.
Thank you.
I love reading. This book is amazing. You should
Thank
go to Amazon, and I'm going to put the link here.
Thank you.
But you mentioned some scholarships that they're wasting in the United States.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
is, wow. It's like $113.
$130 million go on claim every year that are available for people to go and find scholarships. And the only reason they go on claim is because many of the people do not want to follow the process that it is required for the scholarships to be claimed. Many of the scholarships, they just need to write an essay or do a project or do some type of research. But about $113 million of scholarship money goes wasted every year in the United States.
Yeah, I know you
Yeah.
have very, very tough times.
I did. Yeah.
When you were in college, and
Yeah.
I admire you a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Because you also mentioned in this book that you were living in your car for 3
I
months.
did for 3 months.
So you
Yeah.
were homeless. Homeless for 3 months.
Yeah.
Until you
yeah.
find a job in college.
I did.
To survive.
Yeah, I never saw myself that way though.
No?
No. I've never. That's why I didn't repeat what you said. Did you notice I didn't?
You
confirm,
didn't say it.
I didn't confirm what you
No,
said.
you didn't.
Because I've never seen myself that way. So I'm not gonna confirm what you just said.
This is, I love the conversation.
There you go. No problem. Yeah.
But I thought about it.
You did.
You didn't say it.
Because no. That's how the world saw me.
Okay.
And that's how they call people like that. But because the world sees me one way, I don't have to see myself that way. So I'm going to tell whoever is looking at me right there, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this, Kendys. You don't have to believe in me. What you have to believe is that I believe in me. That you have to believe. Whether you believe in me or not, that doesn't matter. What I do want you to believe, though, I do want you to believe that I believe in me. So in my head, I was never homeless. Never. You said that. I will not confirm that. The world may say that. I will never say that because I never saw myself that way.
But the most interesting part is like in 3 months, you found a way to live in the campus.
Because I never saw myself that way. Henry David Thoreau says, if one advances confidently in the directions of their dreams and dares to live the life that they have imagined, they will encounter success in normal hours, in unexpected times. But you have to advance confidently. If one advances confidently in the directions of their dreams, right? I have to advance confidently in the direction of my dream. I did not stay there.
No.
Right? I did not stay. And that's why in 3 months it happened, because I did not stay.
Were you tired? Because the reason that I ask you this is because, for example, I have been participating in Covenant House. Covenant House is a institute in Houston.
Okay.
I wish I could have one here in Dallas so I can, help so many youngest.
Make it happen.
Because they're facing this situation. This situation is very, very hard.
Yeah.
Because they're tired. They don't sleep well. And it's hard.
It depends. I'm sorry. I mean, and I don't want to sound harsh. I'm treading my words carefully. Like, I don't want to sound. The thing is, I respect a lot whoever is going through that situation. And I've been in that situation. Okay? And I respect it a lot. However, I do not recall myself being tired because I wasn't, my energy was not there. Like, where your focus goes, your energy flows, right? Where your focus goes, your energy flows, right? So my energy, I did not a victimhood energy. I never saw myself as a victim. You get tired when you are waiting for someone to come and rescue you, when you are expecting or blaming somebody else, when you adopt a victim mentality. That's my belief. You don't have to share my belief. That's what I believe. And I respect. That's why I pause and I want to say to whoever's going through hardship, I want to tell you, I'm sorry. I've been there. I respect you. And if my words are somewhat rough in the edges, I want you to understand that this is a very, very personal opinion that I state from a mindset of awareness with myself. Okay? I'm not diminishing your situation, and I'm not guilt tripping you or blaming you or humiliating you. None of that. It's just my belief, right?
And I respect
Simple. It's my belief, it's my opinion, and I believe Nelson Mandela, right? Let me just close that cycle with this. Nelson Mandela, the apartheid, you know the story, right? So he was incarcerated for 27 years, right? 27 years. 19, he almost went out, and then another 8 years, right? Nelson Mandela, in the many things, his biography and everything that he said that there was a group of men that was incarcerated with him that did not survive because they had high expectations. And you would say, wait a minute, Misael, don't you want people to have high expectations? Yes, depending the contexts of the situation. Many men did not survive because they had such a high expectation that they were expecting or they were waiting for someone to come the next day and rescue them. And they became depressed because the next day they were not rescued. One more day, they were not rescued. Another day, they were not rescued. And because they were waiting every single day to be rescued, they did not survive. Nelson Mandela's mindset was, I'm going to live today. I'm going to survive today. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm just going to survive. I'm going to be strong today. I'm going to be healthy today. I'm going to read today. I'm going to take care of myself today. I'm going to rest today. And then tomorrow. Okay, today, I'm going to live today. I'm going to survive today. And then one day at a time, he lived for 27 years. And then he went from jail to president.
That is amazing.
Right?
Yes.
And a lot of us are waiting for someone to come and rescue us.
So live the moment, live the day.
Yeah. And just simply win the day. Awesome. Literally.
I love that.
Win the day. Win today.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. It's been, we are past 20 minutes.
That seems to be a trend, right? That seems to be a trend. All right.
I love my conversations with you.
Thank you.
I know this episode is going to be so much important for so many.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I value what you're saying.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
Yeah.
I value what you do.
Yeah.
And I admire you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're waiting for the next book.
Yeah. Yeah. They are in the oven.
They're in the oven?
They are both. They are in the oven. There's two. They are in the oven. They are in the oven.
And you can encourage me to write my book too.
Please, go ahead.
But I'm not the first.
Go ahead.
I'm not the only one, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not correct. You're not the only one.
Yeah, I'm not the only one.
And if I may contribute in any way to your book, I'm happy to contribute in whatever way I can.
Of course you will.
Yeah, okay.
Of course you will.
Excellent, excellent.
Well, hope you enjoyed this episode, this conversation with Misael.
Yes. Excellent.
I want you to please to leave the comments, okay? Yeah. Also like and subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah.
And also share this information to others. I'm pretty sure this is going to be very helpful for many. Yeah. It was a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
For Kendys Capital. Thank you so much for being there. Ciao, ciao.